subject of the shi'ur, Rabotai, it's the bedtime Shema. Let's see if we understand what is bedtime Shema. But before we start, page 288 on the art scroll. How many of us exposed to bedtime Shema? How many of us know about it? Who doesn't know about it? Let's ask like this, okay? Let's explain. So, I just explain briefly, then I'll go to the sources. Okay, so we know that we have to say bedtime Shema. That, we know that Hazal tell us that there is Kriyat Shema twice a day. One in the morning, okay, and one at night. Where do we learn that? We learned it from the Torah. The Torah tells us, Ubshochvecha, that when you go to sleep, that means in the evening, okay? Uvkumecha, there is one in the morning. But the bedtime Shema, where does it come from? So today we go through the sources. We'll see what's the reason behind it, okay? Then we'll get to the order of the Shema. We'll try to explain the order and why there is certain orders. We bring different opinion or amongst the poskim, and then we'll see if we answer all the questions בעזרת השם. אז בעזרת השם נעשה ונצליח והשם עלינו ברחמיו נרוויח. So the source to the bedtime Shema, anyone know where does it come from? No, so I'll tell you. I'm going to bring the sources.
I want to just say something funny. You know, they put the Shema in the Siddur straight after Sfirat Omer. So you start counting and then you fall asleep. That's the...
Okay. So just bring... Shimon, take a Art Scroll Siddur. Take a Art Scroll Siddur so you can follow us. Okay. Yeah. You see, Philip ready for you. Okay. So the Kriyat Shema, the source for it, we can find in Gemara Masechet Brachot, in page Daf Daled Amud Bet, that means page 4, folio 2. And listen what it said there. Amar Rabbi Yoshua ben Levy, אף על פי שקרא אדם קריאת שמע בבית הכנסת מצווה לקרותו על מיטתו. What does it mean? Rabbi Yoshua ben Levy say, adore that you say Shema in Ma'ariv in the shul, נכון? We say קריאת שמע in Ma'ariv. There is another mitzvah that when you finish Ma'ariv, when you come home, when you go to bed, you should say the Kriyat Shema on your bed. That's the one source that we see. The second source comes, the same Gemara, Masechet Brachot, Daf Samech Amud Bet. That means page 60, folio 2. Let's see what it said there. Hazal tell us. Hanichnas lishon. A person go to bed. Person go to bed on his sleep, okay? הנכנס לישון על מיטתו, אומר משמע, that means start saying the Shema, עד והיה עם שמוע, ואומר, המפיל חבלי שינה. So from here we see that there is another source for the Kriyat Shema, the bedtime Shema. But if you look at your art scroll, in page 288, let's move to page 290, you see that it's finished, and then it says something very interesting. It starts saying capital of the healing. Where is that source to that? Where is that come? So the source to it come from the Gemara, Masechet Shavuot, page 15, folio 2. There the Gemara tells us that Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi used to have a custom that before he gone to sleep, he used to shmeh the Shema on the bed. And he used to say Birkat HaMa'apil, but he also used to say those capital of Tehillim. And they are. The capital of Tehillim that we see here is number 1 is number 3, capital number 3, Tehillim number 3. That's referring that when David escaped from Avshalom his son. Okay? The second one is capital Tehillim number 91, Yoshev Beseter Alyon. Any questions so far? No question. Okay, let's continue. So we have to understand that if we say Shema in Shul, how come that we have to say the bedtime Shema? I'm going to bring 6 different opinions, that the all different opinion that of the Mefarshim, the Poskim, Hazal tell us, why do we have to say Shema on a bed? Anyone have any idea? Why do we say Shema? No.
It says in the Shema when you lie down.
Huh?
It says in the Shema when you lie down.
I didn't understand. Sorry, say it loud.
It says when you lie down.
Okay. But that's in Shul. We explained that there it's referring to Shul. We brought the source from the Gemara Masechet Brachot. The Gemara in Masechet Brachot tell us like this. אמר רבי יהושע בן לוי, אף על פי שקרא אדם קריאת שמע בבית הכנסת. That means in Arvit we say קריאת שמע. Okay? מצווה לקרותו על המיטה. We have a mitzvah to say Shema when we go to sleep. So from here we see that it's 3 times Shema. It's not twice, like the Torah tells us. So how come? We have to understand. So to understand why do we have to say Kriyat Shema, what's the reason behind it, I'm going to go through the sources. So the first source that we have, Hazal tell us, is to crown the Almighty over us. We have to make sure that we're crowning the Almighty over us. Number 2, to accept the kingdom of heaven. Lekabel Malchut Shamayim. That when we say Shema Israel, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad, it means that we crown HaKadosh Baruch Hu over us, and we accept that the Almighty is one, and there is no other, Chas v'Shalom, other God. That's one reason. The second reason is to declare, okay, that we have our full trust in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Okay? The third one, what we learn from the Gemara, what I mentioned before, from the Gemara, Masechet Shavuot, and Daf, Tet Vav Amud Bet, that means 15 folio 2, there, Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi says something very interesting. From what he said, that we see that we have to add up 2 capital of Tehillim that we say. Matter of fact, there is a few more, but we're talking about those 2 main ones. Why? Because we see that the main reason behind it, that when a person goes to sleep, he needs protection. What protection? So Hazal tell us few things. Number 1, Me'ana Mezikim. Mezikim is demon. Other thing, that not to waste seed. Everyone understand what I'm talking about?
Just repeat that.
Not to waste seed. Seed, not to waste sperm, okay? Does that make it clear? Okay? So when you say those capital of Tehillim, that protect you. You understand? Harry, you look a bit confused.
No.
If you're confused, stop me, because I'm here to explain. Okay? So we understand now 3 reasons. Let's go for the 4th reason. In the holy books, it's mentioned that the person, before he go to sleep, he should do counting of the deeds. Because we, after all, we're human beings. We all human beings. We're not angel. And Hazal tell us, "En tzaddik ba'aretz asher ya'aseh tov v'lo yachta." What does it mean? We should look at what we done today. Did we done everything well during the day? Did we upset someone? Did we say something that we shouldn't say? Did we done avera that we didn't mean to do? So here, Hazal tell us in the holy books that we should do the count of the deeds. That means look at your day, do hashbon nefesh, see where you're wrong, that you can correct it for the next day. You follow? So that's the 4th reason. The 5th reason, it says something very interesting. Hazal tell us in the Gemara Masechet Brachot, page 15, folio 2, that's Brachot 15, folio 2, not the Gemara Masechet Shavuot. Amar Rabbi Hama bar Hanina. Listen what he said. Kol hakore Kriyat Shema, a person that read Kriyat Shema, v'medakdek beotiotea. What it mean medakdek? That he say word by word, doesn't swallow words. That the person that says Shema, okay, the Kriyat Shema, word by word and doesn't swallow, listen what he say. Metzanenim lo gehenom. That means that after 120, we all have to pass through Gehenna. We all. They're cooling up the heat in Gehenna. Why? Because he say Kriyat Shema. That's the 5th reason. The 6th reason, Hazal tell us that if a person suffering from that he can't sleep, Errol, will you help me? How do you say it? Insomnia. A person that have insomnia. A remedy for a person to sleep, Rabotai, people that suffer from insomnia, a remedy for it, to say Kriyat Shema. And you know, I mentioned it once to someone. He said to me, I can't sleep at night. Listen to it. So I said, look, try to say Kriyat Shema. Hazal tell us that when you say Kriyat Shema, it will help you. It's very good for insomnia, for many things, for bad dream. Try it. I met him after a few weeks. You know what he said to me? I didn't finish the Shema, I was asleep. So that's from here. So from here we see 5 reasons why should we say the bedtime Shema. Any questions so far before we move on?
Well, what's about burglars and murders in the night?
So if you look at what we say, if we look at what we say and what Rabbi Yeshua ben Levy say in the Gemara Masechet Shavuot, page 15, folio 2, there Rabbi Yeshua ben Levy add up the capital of Tehillim. And we say that it's for protection. You understand? You know, there is demon that walk on 2. You know the demon that walk on 2? You heard yesterday what's happened on Ridge Road. Nachon? You didn't? It was a robbery just up the road here. So there is those that walk on 2, you know. There is those kind of bad mezikim. You know what I'm saying? They do robbery, hijacking. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he referred to. Any other question? Who wanted to ask? Yes, Simon.
As you said,
Bedtime Shema.
Bedtime Shema started from page 280.
20?
288.
288. Yes, yes.
What I want to know, you start from the first paragraph that says...
I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to the order. I'm going to get to the
Read
order.
it all the way until...
Wait, I'll get to the order. You're jumping. First we explain where is the source. Okay? What's the reason that we're saying Beit Shema? Now we're going to explain if that mitzvah is rabbinical or from the Torah, and then I'm going to go through the order. Yes, Lionel?
Rabbi, I just wanted to tell you that this morning the helicopter was circling over Glen Hazel, and that's a very bad sign. A very bad sign.
Okay, so from what we learned so far, we see that the bedtime Shema, it's a rabbinical mitzvah. It's not from the Torah. So the bedtime Shema, Rabotai, don't get confused. I repeat again, the bedtime Shema is rabbinical mitzvah. It's not from the Torah. Because from the Torah, we explained earlier that we have to say it and when we say Ma'ariv, nachon? We say Shema. And then in the morning we say Shema. But the bedtime Shema, it's rabbinical. It's not from the Torah. Okay, now that we know that, let's see who's the one that obligated to say the bedtime Shema. Now, why am I saying it? Because we have, Hazal tell us, that if there is a time, if there is a mitzvah, the time bounding into it, women not obligated to say it. Nachon? You all know that. Nachon, Pashut. So is woman obligated to say the bedtime Shema or not?
It's not really time bound.
Huh?
It's when you go to sleep.
So let's see. No, I want you to tell me. Don't ask me. I'm asking you. You're too clever, Steve. You want me to answer you? You ask me.
It's not time
You answer me with a question.
It's not specific. It's not a specific time bound.
Why not Pacific? You go to sleep. It's a time bound.
Before you go to sleep, so there's no restriction as to when you can say it.
Why? In Kriyat Shema in the morning?
That's why there are specific times.
No. So there's specific time that you go to bed, specific time that you say Ma'ariv. But we'll get into it.
Not a positive mitzvah.
Sorry?
Not a positive mitzvah.
Not?
A positive mitzvah.
It is a positive mitzvah. We see it's rabbinical mitzvah.
But it's Rabbi, not the writer. So is it still...
But wait, tell me, to light candle on Hanukkah, is it mitzvah deoraita or the Rabbanan? And women?
They're included.
Okay. To read the Megillah, is it Rabbanan or deoraita? Women obligate to listen to the Megillah, נכון? גם בערב, גם בבוקר. So, it's not. Well, I explain now. But very good.
They also need the protection. So.
Huh?
They also
Oh, that's it. Hazal say that it's not just the men need a protection at night. Women also need protection at night.
From the man.
Sorry?
From the man.
Mesh.
Unless you've got a
Mesh. Mesh. So Hazal explained, what's the reason now that, how come that women also obligate to say Kriyat Shema? For the simple reason, the same like a man need a protection at night, women also need protection. So they should also say the Kriyat Shema, the time Beit Shema. And after that, okay, they have to say Birkat HaMa'apil. Birkat HaMa'apil Havle Shena, HaMepil Havle Shena. Okay, and here come the order. There is a mahloket. Should we say the Mapil Havle Shena before the Shema or after? Now, if you look at the Sidurim on page 288, now I'm answering you, okay? Follow me, focus, and you'll see. If you look at the Art Scroll say, Hamepil, can you see it on page 289? Hamepil, and it says there, Baruch Ata Hashem, Elokeinu Melech HaOlam, Hamepil Havle Shena Al Einai, and etc. That means that we see from here that according to one opinion, we say the Birkat Hamapil Havle Shena before the Shema.
This way it starts. It doesn't start
Ribono Shel Olam. A person should say it before he go to bed. But I heard few of the poskim say that if you really not forgive all of those that antagonize you or took something from you, you better don't say it because you're lying. For example, I'll give you a simple example. Someone took something from you. I don't want to say stolen. Will you forgive him? If you forgive him, say it. But if you don't, Hazal say you better don't say it. Not Hazal, the poskim. I saw some of the poskim. So I'm telling you the opinion. So we see from here that there is, the order first is Birkat HaMapil Havle Shena, then there is the Shema, after that Yoshev Beseter Elyon, okay, that's in page 290, and then Tehillim, capital number 3. So we start capital 91 and then capital 93. Okay. That's according to the Kabbalistic, okay? That you should say Birkat HaMa'apil before you say the Shema. According to Takanat Hachamim, most of, if you look at other, what Hazal say no. You should say first Shema. Why? That if you say Shema, and you didn't fall asleep immediately, you want to read something, Divrei Torah, you can read Divrei Torah, and just before asleep, you say Birkat HaMepil Havle Shena. That's the different opinion. Those that more strict, they usually say they say Shema Israel, those that very strict, okay, and then they say Birkat HaMapil Havle Shena. So we see from here there is two opinions. Now we have to understand, should we say it, from here we see that we say the Birkat HaMapil Havle Shena with the name of the Almighty. That means Baruch Ata Hashem Elokeinu Melech HaOlam. That means with the name of the Almighty. We know that we have to say it. Come the question, if a person gone to sleep after midnight, should he say Birkat HaMepil Havle Shena with the name of the Almighty or not? Do you understand the question? Or he just say Baruch Ata or Baruch HaMepil Havle Shena? You understand? Baruch Ata Hashem, or he should say Baruch HaMepil Havle Shena. That's the question. Why? Because already it's after midnight. That's a mahloket. That's a very big mahloket. And here I need to bring two opinions. And I'm going to bring two opinions. I'm going to bring the opinion of the Mekubalim, that's mean the Kabbalistic. Why am I bringing it? Because the Kabbalistic way is completely different. The Shema on a bed is completely different. So I saw that Rabbi Yosef Haim, the Ben Ish Hai, Rabbi Yosef Haim bring, by the way, Rabbi Yosef Haim born in Baghdad 183 years ago. And in his book, one of his books is Raf Pa'alim, okay? In Sod Yesharim, Siman Yudalet, that's mean there. On that, there he bring, in chapter 14, he said that it's better, according to the Kabbalistic, to say Birkat HaMa'apil without the name of the Almighty and Shema Israel. According to the Poskim, and I saw that the rabbi of the Ramhal, Rabbi Haim Moshe Luzzatto, you know who was his rabbi? Rabbi Yeshaya Basan. Rabbi Yeshaya Basan, born in Italy, and he wrote a book that called, what is it called? Lahme Todah. Yeah. In his book Lahme Todah, he bring in that because today we're not Kabbalistic. He gone according to the Pshat. And he say like this, that when it's come, you say first Kriyat Shema, like we mentioned, and then you say, Amepil Havle Shena, with Shema Malchut, with the name of the Almighty, even after midnight. So from here we see that there is two options here. Because a person that go to sleep early at night, when I say earlier, when it starts to get dark, until midnight, we said that you have to say Birkat HaMa'apil with the name of the Almighty. But the question becomes, according to Kabbalistic, you shouldn't say Birkat HaMa'apil b'Shem v'Malchut. That's mean with the name of the Almighty. But le'alacha we see here, those that don't follow the Kabbalistic custom, obviously have to say Birkat HaMa'apil with Shem v'Malchut. Any question? Yes, you.
Why midnight? Anytime we have midnight is an Haggadah. Why midnight is so important?
Very good. Very good. Sorry, say again?
After midnight is where he starts the process of waking up for the next day.
Because there's many people that after midnight start waking up. Where do we learn that? From David HaMelech. Hatzot Laila Akum Leodot Lach. David HaMelech, let me tell you a story. When David HaMelech, you know how many minutes David HaMelech used to sleep? David HaMelech used to sleep like the horse sleep. The same amount. Few minutes. David HaMelech used to play the violin, you know? Not the violin that we see today, special violin. It's not a hop. It's not a hop. Many people make the mistake. Today, the hop that the Torah speak about, it's the hop that we don't know what is that hop. It's not you don't see those people that play. This is not the hop that the Torah speak. Chazal tell us that the violin that David HaMelech have, he used to hang it on a wall. And when the time, midnight used to come, it used to come a wind, and the violin used to make a special noise. David HaMelech used to wake up. He used to wake up and start praising the Almighty. Hatzot Laila Akum Leodot Lach. In the middle, as midnight arrived, you hear the sound of the violin. He used to stand up on his leg, wash his netilat yadayim, start praising the HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Now you understand what's the difference. Because the time of sleeping, in the olden days, people used to go to sleep early. You sleep early, you wake up early, your life is early. You know what I'm saying? As people go to sleep at 1. When do they wake up? They're like a bagel, you know, they wake up the next afternoon, 1 o'clock. You know? That's not the life, you know what I'm saying? You go to sleep. Today life changed. Just remember, today we have electricity. It's different today. You know, modern life, it's different. unfortunately. Any other question?
So I see here it says Kal Melech Ne'eman.
El Melech Ne'eman, yes.
Why do we need to say that?
Because,
That's normally
נכון. There is some of the opinions say that we should say El Melech Ne'eman. There is a reason behind it. I'm not sure exactly, but there is definitely a reason behind it. I saw it, but I didn't focus on that. Sorry. I'll come back to you with that. Any other question? Yes, Simon.
Okay, but we read all paragraph.
Sorry?
We read all paragraph. We don't take it, as you mentioned, up to Hamapil, Chevle, Shema. We don't just say those words. We read all paragraph.
Yes, definitely, definitely. I just say Hamapil, because look at the top, it's called Hamapil. Then it says Shema. Then it said the Tehillim. I didn't go on through all the Tehillim. I just said the number of the Tehillim. Obviously, you have to go. That's the order. Look at it. Look at the order. You see?
So, but all this page we read.
I tell you what. You start from page, in English, you start from page 289. You do page 291. You with me?
Yes.
293. Okay? And 295. I promise you, before you get there, you're going to sleep.
Rabbi, the children,
Yes.
the children's...
Okay, is the children very good?
different one.
That's what I want. There is Birkat Shema Le'eladim. What it mean Birkat Shema? The bedtime for the children. You follow? And the bedtime Shema for children, obviously, it's more compressed, more short, more compressed. You understand what I'm saying? Because you can't expect from a little baby. When I say baby, I'm talking about those that are already talking, not babies that you have to put. They don't have a patience to say all of that. You understand? And so we say for them Shema and we help them. You look at it, there is Kriyat Shema Le'eladim. Moti, you wanted to ask something.
No, it says about how it says El Melech Ne'eman.
Yes, yes.
This is now from the Rashi Tevot Amen.
נכון, 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 נכון. No, but why דווקא אל מלך נאמן? זה ראשי תיבות של אמן, נכון.
Amen Shema Israel.
After you say that, are you supposed to go directly to sleep or you can still talk?
You see, that's it. That's what I wanted to get. With that, I'm going to conclude. Now we get to the issue. Can a person can talk? After he said the Shema, can he talk? So a person that says Shema, preferably not to talk. If you need to talk, there are certain things that you have to say. If you can't fall asleep, you need something, switch off the light, or something urgent, you can say.
Questions or something is out. You have to answer.
Sorry? I didn't hear.
The wife asked a question.
If your wife asked this question, you can't pretend that you sleep. You better answer. Tell her to say it before you, then she wouldn't talk. So, a person that says Shema, preferably not to talk. Okay, but if you have to talk, he can talk if he doesn't fall asleep. After you say Hamepil Havle Shena, that's what I say, that you should say it right before you fall asleep. You feel like you're falling asleep, say Hamepil Havle Shena, okay? And then you fall asleep. Also, there is another question. Do you have to be on bed when you say Kriyat Shema? No, you can stand up. It doesn't have to be on a bed. It can be on your dressing room. As long that you look decent, that the person covered, you can't say it obviously if you're not dressed modesty.
It must be in the room that we sleep, not to other than.
No, you can say it in a lounge. Say it in your lounge and then go to your bed,
In your pajamas.
in your pajama. What's wrong with pajama? You dress modest. People with a pajama dress modest. When I say not modest, I say sometimes people get out of the shower. Or there's people that doesn't sleep with a shirt, especially in summer. You can't say it.
But let's go back to my question. As you said, after you say the Shema, you don't have to speak.
You don't have to?
To speak.
You should not speak.
You should not speak.
Yeah. Only if it's necessary.
Now,
Yeah.
if maybe there is something like it brings us where my wife wants to ask something or something.
Let you
like
say.
that.
But that's what we say. Moti says. So you tell the wife to say Shema before you. Errol said. So she can't talk. You understand? No. But listen, Shimon, let's be honest. Let's be serious. If there is something necessary, say after the Shema. If it's really necessary, but to talk nonsense, no. After you say Shema, no. But tell her to always, because women love to talk, 9 קבים של דיבור ירדו לעולם. There is 10 measure of talk came down to the world. 10 קבים של דיבור ירדו לעולם. 10 measure of talk came down to the world. 9 נטלו נשים. Listen. Women love to talk. So you tell her to say first the Shema, let her go to sleep, and then you fall asleep in peace.
And that is,
So, are you saying, did you
it's
say,
not something that you can say on behalf of your wife. It's individual. Everyone must say this.
Yes, we explained that. We
You also
explained
say
at
this
the
on behalf of someone.
Shimon. We explained at the beginning of the show who's obligated to say Shema. So we explained men and women. You can't say on behalf of your wife. Each one say it individually. It's for protection. We explained. Yes.
Rabbi, I was asking, are you saying that you must say the Shema before Hamapil?
There is some opinion that say
But what would you...
that I say Shema and then I say Mapil. Mapil Havle Shena. You follow? But according to the article, it's different. You do whatever your custom.
both
Everyone do according to his custom. Yes,
They're
you.
both right.
Yeah.
So after my pill, you shouldn't talk. But can you go get something to eat or something to drink?
If after Shema you can have whatever you want, but after Mapil Havle Shena, it's a bit of a problem. Yeah, but if you know that it's you as a doctor, you know if it's emergency you can eat. Pikuach nefesh dohei hakol. But usually when I explain that the person that say Birkat Mapil Havle Shena, it's when you know that you're going to sleep. Then you say Mapil Havle Shena. Any other question, Rabota, because we're running late and I don't want to keep anyone any more late because we usually try to keep it to 35, maximum 40 minutes. So I don't want to
The first
go over that.
paragraph?
Yes, which one?
said?
Ribono shel olam.
Yeah.
So I explained that you say, if you read it, if you know that you will forgive everyone. But if you know that someone stole from you or upset
Then
you,
you don't.
rather don't say it if you don't forgive him. Rather be honest.